You start the day with big plans, but by the end, it feels like nothing truly important got done. Does that sound familiar? Productivity isn't just about working harder, it's about aligning your time with God's purpose. And the Bible gives us a clear roadmap for this. And today I'm going to share 3 biblical time management strategies that will help you get more done without the stress. So, very first point here is that you should start your day with God and not tasks. See, Mark chapter 1, verse 35 says, "And in the morning, rising up a great while before day, he went out and departed into a solitary place and there prayed." We can see that Jesus prioritized prayer before work. And most people start their day reacting, checking emails, or looking at social media, or jumping into tasks. But Jesus modeled something different. He started with prayer, aligning his day with God before taking action. And sure, we should do the same. So before looking at your to-do list, take some time with God, whether through prayer, reading scripture, journaling, or all 3. Now I've heard people say that it doesn't matter whether you spend time with God in the morning or in the evening or some other part of the day. And that's true, it doesn't. What I found for me though, to be consistent, I need to have a set time that I did things. And as a freelancer, as a service-based business owner, you can mostly set your hours. So it's probably better if you can do it in the morning before your day gets going. So once you've spent time with God, it's time to plan your work in a way that aligns with his purpose. That's where the 3 non-negotiables come in. So instead of being pulled in a million different directions, you'll choose just 3 key things that matter most today. These are things that truly move the needle on what God's called you to do to serve others in your business. And that brings us to point number 2, which is we should be focusing on impact, not busyness. Luke chapter 10, verse 41 and 42 says, "And Jesus answered and said unto her, Martha, Martha, thou art careful and troubled about many things, but one thing is needful, and Mary hath chosen that good part, which shall not be taken away from her." Now Martha was busy. She was actually busy serving Jesus. But Mary focused on what truly mattered. Busyness doesn't equal productivity. Martha was doing a lot, but Jesus said that Mary chose what was best. So, what are the 3 non negotiables? Each morning, decide on 3 key things that must get done that day, no matter what. These are your highest impact tasks. So, here's how to choose those 3 things. Ask yourself, what 3 things, if completed today, would move me closer to my God given purpose for my business? Now, for me, at the end of my day, I actually determine what 3 things I need to get done the next day because it's fresh on my mind. I just finished up my day. And then in the morning, I confirm that those are the 3 things I should definitely be working on after I spent time with God. Most of the time it stays the same, but sometimes it does change. But here's the problem. You can set great goals, but how do you know where your time is actually going? Well, that's where time tracking comes in. So you can track your time like a budget. And there's all kinds of tools to do this. I happen to use one called Toggle. But Ephesians chapter 5, verses 15 and 16 says, "See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil." Now we need to look all around us, making sure to be careful how we live and making the most out of our time that we do have. So imagine making a budget for your money, but then never checking your bank account. And that's how most people handle time. So just like a bank ledger shows where the money actually went, your bank statement shows that, a time tracking tool shows you where your time went. So this is what you have to do. You have to set your 3 non-negotiables in the morning, or you can do like me, set them the night before and then confirm that's what you'd be working on. And then you need to actually track how you spend your time using a tracking tool like Toggle. Then you need to compare what you plan to work on versus the actual time that you spent. And once you compare that, you can determine if anything needs to change. I've tracked my time daily for the last 9 years. I even track my distracted time. Sometimes it's purposeful in the minute and I want to be distracted, and so I just stop what I'm working on. So I'm going to go browse some YouTube right now. And sometimes I have to go back and edit my time from what I was working on into what I got distracted with. But having the actual ledger of where my time went helps me know if I'm being a good steward with my time. It helps me know if I'm scheduling enough rest, if I'm procrastinating, or if I'm on track. Tracking time helps bring awareness and course correction, just like managing finances does. Most people feel overwhelmed and unproductive because they're focusing on the wrong things. But by starting with God, choosing 3 key priorities, and tracking your time like a budget, you can work with clarity and purpose and peace. Oh, look at that. It seems YouTube thinks that you'll like this next video. So you probably will. I'll see you in the next video.